I should put this up here or down here. Ring light. Let's see what I want to do. I'm going to go get something. One moment. It's something that you're going to want to listen to. Something muy importante. Hola. Buenos noches y buenas tardes for you people in the Central Time Zone of the United States of America. Estados Unidos. ¿Tú hablas español? Okay, I get it. Muy poquito, right? Okay. You know what's really interesting is I do not have to speak any Spanish in North Carolina. I had like about a first grade level of Spanish in Los Angeles. After living there for about 10 years, I lived there a total of about 30 years. I learned it when I was still drinking and going to the bars with a bunch of Mexicans. And they were all speaking Spanish. I just kind of drank. And after about, I don't know, about a couple of years, I just started picking it up. Does anybody know where Echo Park is on Sunset Boulevard? Yeah, I used to bounce around there in the late 80s and early 90s. Yeah. They kept buying me drinks. They kept buying me Coronas and Negra Modelo. It's like a dark beer, and they used to buy me tequila shots. Tequila is not like other hard liquor. It's almost like a psychedelic, dude. You know, I can speak in the Queen's English if I want to, but I just don't fucking feel like it today. Anyway, speaking of curse words, they're bad. Very, very bad for you to curse. There's all kinds of stuff in this Holy Bible right here. I might decide to read some of it today. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit. We're going to jack this up. We're going to jack it up. I need to jack that up. Watch this. Right now. We're going to put this lamp up on something. See that? The lamp. This is my lamp. It's going to go up like that. So I'm a cheap bastard and I won't buy myself a ring light. I will. When I get to Missouri, I will. Do you think I'm going to get to Kansas City, Missouri? Does anybody want to bet me? Okay, you know what we need? This is at Hollywoodland22. And you know what I need more than anything else in the whole world from this non-monetized channel? I don't make any money from YouTube. YouTube doesn't pay me anything right now. The only thing that me, Randall, or aka Randy, need from my viewers is to follow some guidelines and also to hit the subscribe button. If you don't like it, you don't have to hit the like button. I'd love you to hit the like button, but the subscribe button, I subscribe to everybody that subscribes to me. Or the other way around. Yeah, you subscribe to me. No, yeah, you subscribe to me, and I'll subscribe to you. And sometimes I subscribe to people that don't even subscribe to me. But I need that because I have a goal of getting to 5,000 subscribers by September the 1st of 2026 this year. So let's see, that gives us about 2.5 more weeks. So make sure to do what's free, fun, and easy and hit the subscribe button to at Hollywoodland21. Earwake in the world. People wake up. Jesus is coming. Yes, he is. It's Kurt. That's right. Insatiable, my name. Jesus loves you. This I know, where the Bible tells me so. Morrissey. Do you watch Dragon Ball? Oh, no. Is that a TV show? Were you an actor? No. I was a aluminum siding salesman. People can be their worst enemy. I know somebody that has deep-rooted insecurities that is preventing them from accepting what the real truth is. But I'll just have to wait because I don't play games. What do you think about what happened in Venezuela and Colombia? Well, my brother just got back from Colombia. Yeah, he married a woman that grew up there in Colombia. He just came back from Medellin. I don't know what he's doing down there. Some kind of a new business venture. We'll find out, won't we? Jesus Christ, Lord. Haters will hate. Yes, they will. They can hate all they want. Sticks and stones may break my bones. But what will never hurt me? Words, except if you say these things. You will get blocked. On my channel, at Hollywoodland21, that's at Hollywoodland21. It's free to subscribe. Please subscribe. Let's get me up to 5,000 subscribers as fast as possible. And then I will monetize this channel. I will put Venmo, Cash App, and what's the other one? PayPal. And I'll put it up on my channel. I might run a TikTok channel concurrently. I'm not sure. We'll see about that. Maybe in about a few months. Subscribe to at Hollywoodland21. Subscribe to at Hollywoodland21. That is my handle to subscribe to me. And this is a channel where you get to talk about, well, you can talk about whatever you want. I don't care, except for in the chat, 4 rules. No anti-Semitism on my channel, or you are blocked for the rest of your life from my channel. If you say anything that is racially bigoted, you'll be blocked from my channel forever. If you talk nasty about women or children, any nasty talk about women or children, you are blocked from my channel forever. And if you do anything like saying any false things about me, aka, for example, character assassination of myself or anyone else in the chat, you will be blocked forever from my channel. Now, you will not be blocked from everyone's channel, but for my channel, you will. And what is this channel's name? It's actually Hollywoodland22, but I could not get a handle that said at Hollywoodland22. It had to say at Hollywoodland21. So if you want to subscribe, please type in at Hollywoodland21. It's free to subscribe and hit the black subscribe button. Thank you. Yeah, very British. No, actually, I'm not British. I'm American. What do I stand for? I stand for truth and justice in the American way. Kurt Russell and Harry Hanlon. Shout out to you, man. Stuart Hobbs, how you doing? Welcome back. Thunder Cheese, you look like a movie villain. I could be a villain. I could be a good guy. But one thing I'm not is I am not a nice guy. When I was a younger guy, when I was like 17 or 18, I was still in high school, I was a nice guy. And when that girl cheated on me or told me she didn't want to see me anymore and she went to go date the Orkin man, okay, and insulted me, I became a not nice guy. I became a fair guy at the age of 18. And I've been a fair guy ever since. Not a nice guy. Just because I'm an empathetic person and I'm nice to people and stuff like that doesn't mean I'm a nice guy. I'm a fair guy. I have boundaries. Sometimes you might not see the boundaries until the last minute. Last second, you'll see the boundaries. A full set of hair. I'm jealous. Don't be jealous of my teeth. Look at that. I have to get 1, 2, 3 implants. 1, 2, 3. And this has to be fixed too. And on that side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 2 teeth. Some, I guess I'll get, I don't know what's going to happen. I guess I'll get, I might be 5 implants. That's a lot, isn't it? Wow, only 63 people in the chat. I'm amazed. Usually we have much more. Let's go get the tea. We're going to get the hot tea today. Isn't this interesting? Oh, it's not hot yet. Time 1:39. Start. What have we got here? We have a sugar. We have a tea. Great value tea. My favorite. Do I talk too fast for you? This is like if you grew up in New Jersey, Philadelphia, and then went to Los Angeles, and then you get a speed of talk like this. Plus, I'm a little bit manic today. I'm a manic depressive. So, hope I don't talk too fast for you. My brain has 8 different subjects going at the same time, and I can analyze each subject as it's going on. I can analyze my own thoughts intensely. I don't know why I can do that. I know what my IQ tested out to be. They tested it. It's 128. Now 100 and what the fuck is that? That's not too smart for a guy with an IQ of 128, is it? Anyway, I'm going to tell you about this. Let's go over here on the light so you can see me, because you can't really see me. Okay. I don't know. It was tested in elementary school and then again in high school. And I learned about intelligence quotients. They don't always mean that you're going to be a rich and successful man, but they could be, or woman. Average IQ in the United States is 90 to 110. Above average is beyond that. Mine is in the higher end of above average. It's 128. Genius starts at 140. I'm not a genius. I'm a way above average IQ. It does cause some problems for me. I can kind of read a room really fast. Very good at being a salesman. I can kind of see the big picture on things. And so, especially as you start getting older, and you can do. I could see this as a young man. People that have even higher IQs than me. Some of them tend to be very introverted. They don't really need a lot of human beings around them. They kind of like to keep to themselves and do their own thing and their own research and stay in their own little world. I've met people like that. People that have very high IQs, like 140, 150. People that are research scientists. I met a rocket scientist once, real rocket scientist. And people that are chemical engineers, industrial engineers, and aerospace engineers, and things like that. And people that design satellites and things like that. A lot of these people are surgeons, people that put your heart back together again. A lot of these people have very high IQs, and they care about people and stuff. They can't be around. When you have that high of IQ, over like a 135 and much higher than mine, like 135 and higher, it's difficult to just be around the average person. And if you have an average intelligence, you probably know you're just a regular guy going to your regular job and you don't really know everything. I don't know everything, but if you really like, you got to sit and listen and learn from people, like that, because maybe you were just born with average intelligence or something like that. That there is an enormous amount of people that are much dumber than you are. They're fucking stupid, man. They'll believe anything they'll believe anything they're told. If one person is good at oratory, is a good orator, like Mustache Man was, and he'll say, blah, 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 blah. They'll say, well, we're going to follow that guy, and everything he says has to be right. Huh? You know how many people live in this country like that now? There's a lot of people. Oh, I don't. I haven't had a drink in 19 years. 19 years of sobriety from alcohol. But there's a lot of people that seem to have an IQ under 90. I mean, they're just following whoever is on this internet and whoever is on television, whoever is a politician, and just whatever they say, they just fall in line. I'm just going to do whatever he says. I disagree with many of Donald J. Trump's policies. Not all of them, but I'm not going to just blindly follow someone. I told you people, I'm a political centrist. I am not a MAGA guy, okay? Understand? You can talk about Trump, Obama, Biden, his stupid kid that was doing blow in the bathroom. You can talk about his mom or stepmom or whoever. You can talk about Michelle. You can talk about whoever you want here. Just keep on talking, man. I actually had my IQ professionally done in high school by the child study team. You know the child study team when you're in high school? You might be having some behavioral problems or something like that. You're not doing your schoolwork. And then they check your IQ. They find out you have an IQ of 128. And then they say, oh, I get it. See, I have that high of an IQ. And I know that I don't know everything. I'm teachable. I know that I don't know everything. But you got people that have IQs less than 90 that are convinced that they know everything about everything, and you can't tell them any different. Trump is 100% all the time a bad guy. You think I'm perfect? You think Trump's a rough guy? His Department of Defense guy, what do they call him now? The Department of War. That guy has different ideas about Iran than Trump. Trump's trying to make a deal. He's trying to be a nice guy with these liars. He's trying to be a nice guy, make a deal, doesn't want to get anybody killed. I hear about him on television like that. But he has people around him that just want to say, you know what, let's just burn the place down to the ground. You understand? And you know it if you're honest with yourself. You know he's got people around him, these younger guys that are like my age, these Generation X guys that are in his inner circle, these department heads and stuff like that. They want to burn that place down to the ground. They're sick of it. They want it to be over with, get the grocery prices down, and not pay for anything after we blow it up. Okay? They want to do that. I'm more like, isn't there another way to solve this problem, you know? What do you people think? Let's talk. Let's talk about how we're going to fix the Iran debacle. You know it's going to get worse before it gets better. You know that, right? You know these grocery prices are going to go the fuck up. Gasoline, diesel, everything. Everything's going to get better. I have a solution for myself. He's very switchy. I know. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose and switching around because we're in the middle of, don't you call it whatever you want. It's a war, okay? It's legally called something else, but it's actually a war. And we're in the middle of this thing where the Iranian leaders think that they're going to get You got fighting between the military of Iran and the people that actually run the country, and they have different ideas on things. The military in Iran isn't getting paid promptly. They're getting a little mad. They kind of want to take over the country themselves. The rich people want to keep their Mercedes-Benz, their mansions, and their Lamborghinis over there in Tehran. You know, the grandsons of the students that took over the embassy, they're now running shit, and they don't want to lose their wealth or get offed. So they're begging Trump to come in there and control things. Their military is out of control. Now their own military wants to take over the whole country. I know what's going on. It's about money and power. Got to pay that Iranian military. If those rich people that own that country, if they don't pay that military will turn against them. They already have. You got all these young people in Tehran, okay, from these upper middle income families and rich families that are getting on the internet, and they want to like be gay, and they want to take these things off their head. They want to wear, these women, they want to wear bikinis and stuff like that. They want to do weird shit like we do in our country. They don't want to do all that, whatever that is, that Muhammad stuff. Come on now. What do you think they're like? Do you think these younger people that are millennials and Generation Z over in Iran want to be told what to do by their creepy granddad? Of course they don't. They want to be like people in Los Angeles. You know, the people that fled Iran and went over, all the Christian and Jewish people that fled to Los Angeles. Now the young people over there in Tehran wish their parents went to Los Angeles too. I'm going to go to Hollywood, be a star. They see all this stuff on the internet. They're like, wow, I want to do that. I want to go to Hollywood and be a star and run up in those hills and get involved in something real freaky. That's what they want to do. Okay. Iranian and Shia is far way smarter than MAGA. I don't know if they're smarter. I wouldn't know how to define smart. I don't know. I really don't. They want to go to Hollywood, yeah. They don't know that Hollywood has homeless people like vagrants all over the place right now. But they want to be on Netflix television programs. Yeah, all those young people in Tehran, they wish their country would just stop being dicks. Their leaders would stop being dicks. Or they could try to figure out a way to get into this country and be a citizen so that they can be a Hollywood movie star. They want to go to open auditions and try to be a movie star. Yeah, they heard that they're looking for Persian types in Hollywood. Yeah. People that look like Iranians, you know, to be in the movies and stuff. I'll do coke. I'm 19 years sober off of coke, weed, and alcohol. Something white on my neck. Well, what do you think? What is it? Is there something white on my neck? Is there? I'm white. Do I look German enough for you? Yeah, no racial bigotry in my chat, or you're blocked, you're gone. No being a dick in my chat, or you're gone. No anti-Semitism. Israel is a nation state and has a right to be there. Whether you like it or not, there's no debate here. No debating. If Iran is so anti-Semitic, what are the largest Jewish community lives? Why don't they immigrate to Israel, Europe? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm an age when I was like a little boy and I watched them take over our embassy in 1979 before you were probably fucking born. And I watched what they did to our federal employees and stuff like that. And the Jewish and the Christian people in Iran had their bank accounts sacked, okay? And they had to take what little money they had, the ones that did survive, and they had to get on airplanes and fly over to LAX airport, okay, and live in junky apartments in the San Fernando Valley and Hollywood back in the late 70s and the early 80s and stuff. Okay, some of them had all their money stolen from them. Some of them had family members that were murdered over there. Okay, do you understand what I'm getting at? So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And they had to get out of Iran because a bunch of crazy religious nutcases were running around killing Christians and Jewish people over there. About 4% of the United States, approximately, is Jewish. I don't know where you get this idea that there's a large Jewish community in Iran, because there is not. It doesn't exist. They had to flee. You got your history wrong. Your professor lied to you. So get the fuck off my channel for being uneducated. Goodbye. Okay, enough about Iran. Goodbye. No more Iran. Got assholes in here that don't know that are uneducated. You're not allowed to talk about that guy, that weird dude with that island. I don't want to talk about him. He's creepy. Just don't even mention him on my page. Goodbye. Go to another page and talk about that. Anyway. Not that intelligent. I'm not a genius. No. Although I do know a female streamer on TikTok that I do believe may be very near genius level. That's one of the things, well, I pointed it out to her, and I noticed it immediately. And very logical. She has logic. Well, she's feminine, but she thinks logically, like a guy. You know, like really logically, and she's has a very high IQ. I don't know what her education level is. I never really asked her if she went to college or if she has a GED or went to high school or whatever. But sometimes some people are genius IQ, and they live in a cornfield. It's possible. Well, a lot of smart people come from the Midwest. You know that? Truman, Eisenhower. My grandfather used to have to report to Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower. They said that guy used to smoke and drink a lot. Some people have street smarts. They probably have high IQs that don't have very much formal education. I like people that tell the truth. I don't care if they're formally educated. People that lie, I don't like. Midwesterners, yeah, I'm headed to the Midwest, to Kansas City. I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump, his policies, not all of them, some of them I do. Hoosiers live in the corn, like the children of the corn, like that movie. Yeah, but I'm going to a place where there's a lot of corn. I heard there's a lot of corn in parts of Missouri and Iowa. I'm going to that part of the country very soon. No, I'm not a trans. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Did she give you brains, or how did you see her IQ? I saw her IQ in her sentence structure, the way she speaks, her ability to, this is a live streamer. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But she has a high IQ by her sentence structure. She thinks before she says something. And she said, when she talks, she has proper word choice. Now, on top of that, a lot of people that speak really good English do come from the Midwest. They speak, they have a more of a mastery. I think the public school systems are better out there also. But this is a person that has original thoughts. This is a person that obviously can analyze their own thoughts and make corrections and stuff like that, and then think real hard. And they're very measured with their words. And then when they do say something, it is profound. This woman makes very profound statements, and it's very attractive, actually. People that are highly intelligent can be very attractive. I just got above average IQ. I'm not a genius. I met this one guy that worked for my father that had he was a member of MESMA, which is people that have an IQ that ranks over 200. They're so smart that they're incredibly antisocial, hardly ever hang out with any people. And he used to create his own music with all kinds of synthesizers and stuff. He designed satellites to go up in outer space all by himself. This guy was so smart. He would start talking about subject matter that was so original that I was just flabbergasted. I was like, how come nobody else thought of that before? I remember that guy. You can talk about Trump all you want. What do you want? A bunch of fucking communists running the country? The Democratic Party is going to cease to exist if they don't run people that are more politically towards the center. People don't want cities, entire cities like Los Angeles or Chicago or something, to have social workers running around being police officers. They want actual police officers. They want big cities, medium-sized cities. Everywhere needs peace officers. They used to call them peace officers. Now it's law enforcement, like it's military or something. We don't need that shit. We're not fucking Mexico. We need law enforcement. We need peace officers. I stand corrected. Peace officers with little blue hats. I told you I'm a political centrist. I'm more like a conservative Democrat or a moderate Democrat, somewhere around there. I'm really not these far right people. I'm not like that. Oh, you are at real life, 2849? That's amazing. My family didn't come here until, 1713? Something like that. No. Police officers in our country used to have navy blue, dark blue caps with little uniforms, with little badges, and little six-shooters. They were peace officers to keep the peace. They weren't there to run around in military garb like they do in the southern states. In the South, they dress up in this military shit. Texas is like that too. I'm not into that, dude. Corn King of Indiana. There's a lot of corn there. Stay away from Malachi. That long-haired carrot top motherfucker. Above average IQ. You should be thankful. I can tell you overthink. That's no double your IQ, friend. Ouch. Doesn't sound so great. Yes, be thankful. Well, 128 is what it tested out in the 11th grade in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, at the high school I went to. And the guidance counselor told me I could be anything I wanted to be. Maybe not a Navy SEAL, but he said that I can be whatever I wanted to be. I decided to sell aluminum siding on a straight commission and sell women's handbags and shoes. I got a lot of phone numbers selling women's shoes at 7% commission and high-end shoes and high-end ladies' handbags and accessories. And I got a lot of women's telephone numbers too. Yes, I did. And I appreciate Motel 6 for being around. Motel 6 always left the light on for me. And friends, plural. Oh, you would say, Katie, 9291. I would say I'm center-right leaning. A lot of people are. No, you're going to stay in this lease for a while until I get another lease on another apartment, and then sometime when I get to my new destination in the Midwest of the United States, then I might take you on field trips, either in the winter or the spring. I'll take you on field trips. No, we're going to stay right here in this inside. There's nothing around here that I really want to see. We're moving out of this area for a reason. It's not my cup of tea. I don't want any communism. Better dead than red. Yes, I have a little bit of Irish. I'm about 40% German, 40% English, 1/64 Greek, and the rest of me is Scotch-Irish. Can't you tell? A little bit in there. I mean, I look like I'm a dude from Ireland, right? If I didn't open my mouth, you'd be like, it looks like a typical motherfucker from Belfast, right? I'll take you up on that in Missouri. Yeah, Christopher Wolf, 2157. We are going to Missouri. We're going to Kansas City, Missouri. We're thinking about Kansas City, Kansas, or Overland Park, or Oath, Kansas. We might do that in the future. We don't know. Des Moines, Iowa looks good to me. Lincoln, Nebraska looks good to me. Yeah. I just need to live in a city that has certain types of medical specialists. Like I need to be near a cardiologist, a regular internist, I guess that's a primary care physician, and a dentist. And that's it. And all places have orthopedic people. For people that used to play sports like me in high school, if I need to get an injection on my knee, if I get knee pain, get a cortisone injection or something like that. Yeah, most places have that. And most places have, even small towns have regular doctors. But the kind of doctor I need is I need a cardiologist. I don't have any heart problems, but as you get older, you will need a cardiologist to do CAT scan angiograms of your heart and make sure that there's not something wrong with your coronary artery as you're getting older. When you start getting older and you get into, say, if Jesus allows me to live until my to get to be 70, 75, 80 years old, I don't know how long I'm going to live, but if he allows me to get that old, at some point I'm going to need, somebody to look at my cardiovascular system. It's important for everyone to at a certain age. And sometimes if you have a problem, if you get up above, you get in your past 75, I talked to my father about that before he passed away. And he said, when you get past 70 years old or 75 years old, if you're unlucky and you have something wrong with your coronary artery, or you have a problem with your aorta or something like that, or a big aorta, you might need a surgery and all kinds of stuff like that you don't want to have. You may have to drive to a bigger city and get a motel room, and have someone drive you there and get a surgery, and then you have to lay up in a motel for like a couple weeks and then drive home and all that stuff. So if you live in a small town out in rural America and you start living a long time and you have some unfortunate bad genes for your heart, or something that your ticker, not everybody has these problems. Or if you get, God forbid, if you get cancer or something, then you're in a situation. Then you're like, wow, I got to drive 100 miles or 50 miles or 100 miles. Or if you live way out in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming somewhere, you might need to drive all the way to Cheyenne, Wyoming, or Salt Lake City or somewhere to get a surgery to keep you alive when you're 80 years old. And I think ahead. I'm nowhere near that age, but I'm thinking like, do I want to be, if Jesus allows me to live until I'm 75 years old, and God forbid I have something, I did genetic testing, so I know what can go wrong with me. It wasn't a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of genetic problems. They just need to do a colonoscopy on me, that's all, like most people. But think about it. Say you're 45 years old now. You're not old, but think about it. When you get to be around in your 50s, think about it. Do you want to live out in the middle of nowhere, South Dakota, far away from the biggest city near you would be where? If you live in South Dakota, you'd have to drive all the way to Omaha, or all the way to Billings, Montana, or Fargo, or something like that, or Minneapolis. You have to drive for hundreds of miles to get specialty surgery. So you better have good genes if you're going to live out in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Or just smoke cigarettes and drink until you die. But I'm not that kind of guy. One day, I guess if I'm lucky enough to get to be like my dad's age, like my dad passed away at 83. If I live to be like 80 or something, I think the best place for a guy that gets older like that, or a woman, is to live in a little small town that's outside the suburbs of at least a medium-sized city. So you can drive like into the suburbs of a bigger city so that you can get doctoring there. You know what I mean? You're not that far away. You're within 50 miles or so of getting some kind of surgery to keep your ass alive so you can live to be 100. See, that's my goal. I want to live to be 103 like Jiminy Cricket. Remember the safety videos? I started smoking. Fuck, I got to stop, man. Vape juice got expensive. I started smoking and not smoking for like 10 years. Oh, I would suggest stopping vaping too. A pulmonologist that I ran into and had a conversation with in a hospital one time said that he has seen horror stories about people that vape. They're like 35 years old and they've been vaping for 2 years, and they looked at a 35-year-old's lungs and they were so fucked up. They didn't know what to do with them. They had to do surgery on them. He had that popcorn lung and all kinds of stuff. His where all the air goes into your bronchial sac was all screwed up and puffed out, and the kid couldn't breathe and everything like that. I'm like, damn, dude, you're 35 years old and you got like old man problems. You don't want to vape. Vaping is worse than cigarettes. It is. The pulmonologist said so. It's not for me. Don't kill the messenger. Okay. Where have I traveled outside the United States? Canada, Vancouver, Canada, and Tijuana, Mexico, and Ciudad Juarez, across from El Paso. I know people that keep smoking. They might still look young when they're 42 years old or 43 years old. Give them another 5 years and they're going to start going. They look horrible, especially women. Women start looking old if they smoke past the age of like 43. Their early 40s, if they don't stop smoking, they start looking old. Then they have to put too much makeup on, everything doesn't look right. Yeah, burning incense can be bad in a non-ventilated area. It can. Oh, by the way, thank you for subscribing. It's free to subscribe to at Hollywoodland21. That's my handle. If you want to subscribe to my channel, it's at Hollywoodland21. I subscribe back to everybody that subscribes to at Hollywoodland21. Yeah, do it right now. Hit the black button at Hollywoodland21 and just press that black button. And let's get this channel up to 5,000 subscribers. I'm approximately halfway there. I want to get there within the next 2.5 weeks. And then at that point, you see, this is a non-monetized channel. I want to start monetizing this channel. I'm waiting till I get to 5,000 subscribers. Unless I change my mind at the last minute, and then it might be 4,000 subscribers. Yeah, manic depressive. Did you figure? The cancer rate in the Middle East is lower because they eat unprocessed foods and they eat a lot of spices. I would imagine that cancer. I really don't eat processed foods. I'll eat frozen vegetables. I'll eat fresh vegetables. I have a vegetable brush and I brush them off. I eat a lot of vegetables, fruits, and I'll eat a lot of fish, a lot of salmon. I eat salmon, I eat tuna, I eat cod, Atlantic whitefish. I don't eat a lot of red meat anymore. Why do I have face lines? Because I'm not 21. Why? I used to smoke. I stopped smoking 5 years ago. Would you like to make fun of my face some more? Come on. Make fun of my face. Who are you? Why do I have face lines? Why don't you tell me why I have face lines? Come on. Tell me. I'm not fat. We're going to start there. I weigh 165 pounds this morning, and I'm 6'1". I'm going to walk 3 or 4 miles a day, and I work out twice a week. I do not smoke cigarettes, and I have 19 years of sobriety from alcohol and drugs. I'm not overweight. I'm not obese. Seed oils are bad for you. At Hugh_Janice. Why don't you tell me some more about my face lines? You're never going to know how old I am. You know why? Because I'm blocking you for being a fucking smart ass. Fat ass. Fuck off my channel. Bye. for being rude. I think that owl's out there. Yeah. No being rude and saying things and making comments about my face. You're blocked. Especially if you're a fat person. Get the fuck off my channel. I'll actually give you a pass. If you're like, between the scale of 1 to 10 in the looks department, if you're so handsome or so beautiful as a woman that you're at least an 8 or above, you can make comments about my face. It's okay. If you're less than that, make comments about my face, I'll block you. Forever. I don't know what else you're going to get blocked from. Might get kicked out of a nightclub for being a smartass. You say mean things, get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here. We have a lot of nice people. With the help of AA and NI, I did go to AA meetings and NA meetings, and those people in Los Angeles, California, that were my sponsors, and other people in the AA halls and NA halls I went to, Chandler Lodge, Radford Hall, and Unit A in the San Fernando Valley, helped me. They worked with me in a very unselfish way, and they helped me many times until I could finally stop drinking alcohol. And they went out of their way to help me when they did not have to. And they took me through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous and helped me do a 4th step inventory. And I can't tell you their names because it's anonymous. A lot of people that worked in the television production business behind the scenes, a couple actors and stuff, helped me. This salesman, this vinyl siding and tool salesman, get off of alcohol and coke and weed. And as of this past August the 8th, 2026, I had accumulated 19 years of clean and sober time off of chemicals and alcohol. And that's the reason I'm alive today. That because I asked Jesus Christ on my hands and knees to take away the cravings to drink alcohol and use rugs and coke. About 6.5 months after I stopped. And Jesus took those cravings away from me because I was holding on for dear life to stay sober, trying to do it my own way. I just let it go to Jesus. I said, Jesus, please take the cravings away. At 6.5 months of me being clean. And he took away the cravings. And that's when I started the process of having soundness of mind. Now, I'm never going to have that much soundness of mind compared to you fine people because I'm bipolar. I have bipolar 1 disorder. I take medications for it. It sucks. I would not wish bipolar disorder on my worst enemy if I had an enemy. The only enemies I have are people that are criminals, violent criminals, thieves, chronic liars, people that do evil things, hurt other people. Like bad people. There's some bad men. There's some bad women in this world, but let's just talk about the United States. There are some bad women, but bad men are worse. Bad men can really hurt people. And I don't like people like that. I dislike people. I don't hate anyone. I don't believe. But I dislike people like that. People that fail to make the truth crystal clear, when it's really important. You don't have to tell everybody your business. I'm just saying that when something's really, really important and someone withholds information from you, that could really screw up your life, that's the same thing as lying. That's my definition. When I was a little boy, if I ever said anything that wasn't true, I was grounded for a long time. I had to write down, I will not lie ever again. I'd write that 100 times for my mother. I never lied again. I never played with my mother's change purse. Stealing is like a major offense in my household. And when you're a little kid, like in the 1970s or something, stealing was such a bad thing. Get crucified for stealing. I think that a lot of people these days have a different definition of what a lie is and what the truth is. I even have people on social media that believing that they can invent their own truth. You can't. What's true is true. What's false is false. It's either 0 or 1. Things either are or they are not. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 3 does not equal 17. 2 plus 3 equals 5. You understand? Things are either true or they are not true. Everything breaks down in mathematics. You can't invent your own truth. The truth is that we're all imperfect. We all fall short of the glory of God. Inventing your own truth. People say, your truth might not be the same as my truth. What do you mean your truth isn't the same as my truth? What the fuck? You mean your opinion? You're using the wrong word. You can have an opinion that's different, but not the truth. Did you know that love is an action word? It's a verb. To love is to give of yourself or your time to somebody else or a group of other people without expecting anything in return and not boasting or bragging about what you did for that person or group. That's the simplest definition of love. That's what love really is. I don't know about all this falling in love business. You could see somebody one day in a parking lot or a nightclub or a bar or an AA meeting or on TikTok or YouTube that catches your fancy. You'd be attracted to somebody. But the loving part is when you do something for that person that you meet somewhere. You don't have to be pursuing somebody romantically or anything like that, like into them that way. You could just be a friend to somebody. You can love your friend. You love your mother, you love your father, you love your family member. You can love your friend. You can have a guy that is your best friend and that you love him, but you don't love him in a sexual way because you're straight. You eat pussy for a living, right? Okay, but I'm saying that you can love another person that's just your friend. Maybe people don't understand that. Maybe people do understand that. What do you think? I want to hear your opinion because this channel is for everybody. Remember, I only have an IQ of 128. I know there's some geniuses on here that have 140 plus IQ. I'd like you to tell me where I'm wrong about that. Should I wish a woman a happy birthday on that day if she doesn't like me? Why not? Say happy birthday. Broken emotion, yeah. I met some people in Hollywood actually helped me get off of alcohol and drugs. They're not evil. There's evil and good everywhere. We're all evil. Nobody's good. We all fall short of the glory of God. I don't care if you live in fucking Sioux Falls, South Dakota. There's evil people there, and there's evil people on Hollywood Boulevard. You never use the word love. You don't have to. Love is something you do. It's an action word. It's a verb. No, mine's 128. in the 11th grade, the psychologist they called the child study team at the high school, they tested my IQ. They gave me a whole bunch of series of tests. I had to come back like a couple times. 128. I think average is between 90 and 110 in the United States and the Western world. 128 is way above high IQ, but I do not. A genius is when you get to 140 IQ. Those people are they're kind of introverts. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are introverted. They just they don't really need a lot of other people around them. Well, what's going on in Hollywood? I lived in Hollywood. I lived in Hollywoodland up in a guest house behind a mansion when I was 18, 19 years old. I paid $450 for it. It was 1989, right? Now you can try to figure out my age, right? Check this out. In Hollywood, I met some really, really wonderful people. I also met a lot of people that went out there to try to be television actors, movie actors, and try to get famous and stuff. Most of them don't make it after a year. They just split and go back home to wherever they're from, in Iowa somewhere. But I tend to meet a lot of people that were egocentric out there, and it's not a place you want to find a life partner. I'll put it that way. It's a place you want to work. Yeah, but there are a lot of eccentric people out there. I wouldn't say they're evil at all. I lived out there. I know there's some wonderful people. Brainwashed people complain about Hollywood. That's correct. They can get unbrainwashed. They can dirty up their brain a little bit. The whole world changed since COVID. I know it's just weird. People don't want to work at their jobs. You go to a grocery store and the guy's like, they're stocking shelves like he can't believe that he's doing that. He doesn't even want to be there. They have all these long faces. The cashiers have these long faces like, oh, I don't want to work. I wish I didn't have to be here kind of look. It's like, dude, when I was working anywhere when I was like 18 or 19, I was so fucking happy. I was a waiter and a bartender at a restaurant. I was making money. I was paying for all my car insurance, my gasoline and everything. I had a roommate. We split an apartment, and we were going out like on our days off and going out to nightclubs on a quest for hot chicks and everything like that. I had a great time being a young guy. But I used to work a lot. I used to work about 60, 70 hours a week. Then one of my days off, I would just go enjoy myself. My downfall was I partied as hard as I worked. If I didn't do that, I would be even better off than I am now, physically and otherwise. I'm actually kind of lucky that I didn't have more physical problems as much as I partied. My lungs are clear. My liver's fine. Jesus bless me. Every day I wake up, it's retired at 28. That's good. Yeah, you can have online meetings now, I heard. Addiction has broken me. You can stop addiction. All you have to do is just stop using anything that you're addicted to right now. Chew gum. If you're drinking alcohol every day, you have to go get medication from the doctor. I know a lot of the management, some companies are better than others. Like if you go to Publix, like in Florida, they have a grocery store that's really well managed. They have good company policies or very good customer service. If you go to Publix grocery store, or if you go to Gelson's grocery store or Whole Foods out in like California or something like that, they have good management stuff. But a lot of places, McDonald's actually has good management. I don't eat their food, but they have good management. But some companies just have real poor management. And the managers suck, and the employees suck, and everything sucks. And it's like your meal sucks at the restaurant you go to. You don't even want to go there anymore, right? Publix is expensive, I know. Everything's expensive now. Or could the jab made them nuts? Probably. Who knows? Meeting makers make it. I did. Is Publix going downhill? That's sad to hear. But Wow, 59 minutes. I wonder how long I'm going to last on here. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back to the, when I get up to, when I go up north to Missouri, I'm going to have to get myself some winter clothes. Well, I have winter clothes, but not really for around here. I mean, I lived in Los Angeles. I didn't have to have winter clothes. But I'm probably, oh, do you want to see some outfits I got? I got something. I want to show you. 1 moment. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll show you what I got. I'll move this chair out of the way, and you're going to tell me what you think of. I got what's called a pea coat. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on. This is going to be my coat. I wonder if this has, like, set buttons. Yeah, we have to figure this coat out. This is, okay, let me see something. We're going to get. Yeah, well, I grew up in the Philadelphia area, Philadelphia and across the river in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. So I'm used to colder weather. But Kansas City, I heard, is windy and dry with dry, powdery snow. And I heard. Yeah, here we go. This is what it's going to be. Okay. Oh, it has a zipper. Here we go. This is a pea coat. I think they wear them in the Navy. Let's see if the zipper works right. Yeah, it does. Oh, good. Oh, it has to be cleaned. I have to dry clean this. But this is what I'm going to wear. What do you guys think? Does it look okay? This is going to be my coat I wear. I'll walk over here. Guys can take a look at it. So what do you think? Like this? Put it down like that. Maybe I'll put it up when it gets cold like this. I'll just zip it all the way up. Might get cold in Missouri, huh? I'm going to get this haircut. I'm going to get this haircut shorter. Before I leave, I'm going to get cut shorter. Yeah, this is me in winter clothes. Two Audi dealerships. Wow. Very handsome in that. Thank you. What do I stand for? I stand for truth and justice and the American way. I used to dress like this all the time when I lived on the East Coast. When I was in high school and when I got to be almost up to about 18 years old, when I split, I went to California. I didn't have to wear clothes like this. But I have lived in Seattle. When I was in Seattle, I had to dress in winter clothes. Similar to this, but I had what's called a London fog rain jacket because it with a sweater underneath because it used to rain a lot there. For about 5 months, it drizzles rain like England. Yeah, but this is basically what I got. Got some strings here. I guess this is to tie it, right? Well, I did lose a lot of weight. I'm 165 pounds at 6 foot. At 6'1". Do you think that's too? Do you think that's too Light? I don't think so. This is what I'm going to wear. I got to get this dry clean, Miss Newman. I really do. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this right here and this right here. Now I'm way up here. Okay. I'm way up here. I'm so tall that I have to stack these boxes up. These are tissue boxes. I'm stacking this up on. $1.25 a piece. I stack them up. You can see me. Hi. Remember me? Randall. Yeah, that's me. I don't know. It's a P code. It's a Navy P code is what it is. Yeah, I heard I'm going to have to get insulated with my, I got Timberland, but well, I got construction boots here, but I'm going to buy some Timberlands, some new Timberlands because my other ones are worn out. I'm going to get some Timberland boots. If I go out in the field or out in the woods or someplace that's where I need some Timberlands, I might just get Timberlands. I'm going to have to get some insulated, what's called insulated. I'm going to have to get insulated, whatchamacallit? Insulated socks, some Timberland boots. Maybe not with this. With this, I would wear some other kind of boots or shoe boots or something like that. And some sweaters. I have some sweaters. I'm going to have to get some more sweaters, some thicker sweaters and things like that. In the Kansas City area. There's less precipitation in Kansas City than St. Louis. However, in Kansas City, it's more of a powdery snow, sort of like Denver. It tends to be more powdery than when you go to St. Louis. The more west you go, the higher elevation, the more powdery the snow is. But it's still a lot of wind on your face and stuff, so I'm probably going to have to get a toboggan. Wouldn't that look cute? I'll have to get myself a hat and maybe some earmuffs. You never know. But I'm usually in a vehicle, so I don't have to wear things. I don't really walk outside a lot in the wintertime, but I do sometimes. So this is definitely me, I believe. Now it's to you didn't see how tall I am. Well, I am 6'1". Probably be about the same height as most people in Missouri. When you go to California, it seems like everyone's short. On the East Coast, got all these short people everywhere. Remember, it's really important to type in at Hollywoodland21. That's at Hollywoodland21, and hit the subscribe button. I have a goal. I have about 2,300 and some change subscribers right now. And what I want to do is I want to get that up to 5,000 subscribers in the next 2.5 weeks by September 1st. And you beautiful ladies and gentlemen can get me there. It's free to subscribe to my channel. It's always been free to subscribe to my channel. This is a non-monetized channel. Now, when I get to 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, if I get to 5,000, I'm going to monetize this channel for just some passive income on the side. And at that point, I will put my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App information for you to donate to this channel to keep this channel financed. They will come. This channel is going to get, I'm going to go past 100,000 subscribers. This channel is going to get big. And I'm going to go over to TikTok, and I'm going to concurrently have a TikTok channel too. I might have it to see if I can run 2 channels at the same time, but I might do it at different times. I have a certain amount of time between Monday and Thursday that I cannot do this. So I have other things I'm responsible for. I will talk about what else I do. This is YouTube. Not as big as that neck. Think I have a big neck? Really? It is a long neck, isn't it? You know, I could wear this in the middle of summer because it is so cold with this air conditioning. Yes, it is. It's very cold. A very cold place, this air conditioning. And I'll just pull this up like this. This is what I'm going to look like by Thanksgiving time. All bundled up like this. Look. You see my little face. Hi. What's up? I think we need to mess up my hair a little bit. What do you think? Let's mess it up. Let's read some of these comments here. Some Japanese are 20 feet tall. Yeah, there are some tall Japanese. I saw them on the Discovery Channel. Yes. Weird. Who's weird? You're weird. His neck is perfect. Yes. Project Storm rocks. Magic. No, I'm not going to tell you what I do between Thursday and Friday. From the morning until the afternoon. It's nobody's business. That's my personal business. Business. Family, other things. Business. Am I lonely? No, I'm not lonely. I'm disappointed in some things going on in my country, but there's not much. I can't change other people. We have some societal problems right now, and there's not much I can do but just be the best Randall I can possibly be and try to help others. Thermal socks, thermal insulated underwear. Really? Is Kansas City really that cold? I've dealt with cold before. You know, for 5 years out of my childhood, between 10 and 15, I lived in Lubbock, Texas, in the panhandle of Texas, and I remember the blizzards of dry snow that would come in. The wind would blow so hard in the wintertime, it'd sting your face right off. I remember. Amarillo's like that too. Who am I? David Kelly. I am Randall. And my channel name is Hollywoodland, at Hollywoodland21. Please subscribe. It's free. This is a non-monetized channel right now, but when I get to 5,000 subscribers, I will monetize it. We're going to get up above 100,000 people in no time subscribing to this channel, at Hollywoodland21. No, it's not. I'm actually in North Carolina. It's cold in my apartment. It's cold in this because we have the air conditioning on 72. That's why I could wear this navy pea coat. Yes, I do. I wonder if they have a Dillard's there, or a May Company, or Kohl's, or JCPenney's. Any of those stores will do. I like Dillard's myself, but I don't know if they have that in Kansas City, Missouri. Does anybody know? Yeah, I will get the teeth fixed when I get up there. You have a role for me. What's the role you have for me? I'd love to hear this one. Gloves. Oh, Marlon Brando, huh? You think so? Maybe. Agent provocateur. You don't know what I am. Bro, if you fix your teeth and get implants to fix teeth, I will. If you fix your teeth, you will be more handsome than George Clooney. Really? You think so? What do you think? Just get those fixed. Well, if I'm going to be more handsome than George Clooney, why should I be a salesman? Maybe I should just go back to Hollywood and audition to get on a movie or something like that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can live a nice life in the Midwest. Can I? I don't have to be a movie actor. Who wants to do that? If somebody offered me a job to be an actor in a movie and they paid me enough money, I would do it. They'd have to pay me. JUD, JCPenney's. You have a good night too. Fix one. I don't know when I get to Missouri. I used to live near Dallas, Texas for 6 months. Then I split. I remember Louisville. I remember the Warehouse discotheque downtown. If I say if you were an actor, you would have a casting range of anywhere between 19 and 43. You mean, well, I obviously do not look 19, and I could pass for 43. I mean, I could if my hair was shorter and lighter and I was maybe about 10 pounds thinner. Maybe 43. I've had people think that I'm 45 or something like that, which isn't too much younger than my actual age. But I don't know about 43. Maybe, I don't know. It really depends on a lot of things. Your weight, your hair color. Lighter hair makes you look younger. I know all this. I talk to these people that out there in Hollywood. I know what they do. Sweater jacket. No, I'm just trying on this. They have JCPenney's and Dillard's in Kansas City, Missouri. Fantastic. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much for that information. 1 hour and 17 minutes. Please say hi, Shashi from Dallas. If you say so, Rachel. Wow, we got 84 people in here. Wow. Yeah, we're cleaning this place out. What's in your wallet? Well, what's in your wallet? Do you have at least 5 C notes? Wow, you should be putting your money on like something else like Cash App or PayPal. Nobody carries cash in their wallet anymore. Let's see. What am I going to do? Oh. Tea time is over. Maybe one more tea. Maybe I'll make a coffee. You know, I'm still trying to figure out women. They are difficult sometimes. Some of them are more, some women are, did you ever notice, this is for the men, okay? You women can listen to, I don't care. Did you ever notice how women sometimes are very difficult to figure out, even your own wife or your girlfriend? Or any woman on TikTok. You know what's really funny about TikTok? TikTok has some of the best people in the entire world, and YouTube does too, both platforms, and they have some of the worst human beings in the world. It seems to be no middle of the road. I noticed that. I'm not going to have tea. I'm going to have coffee. Nice big coffee. Oh, yeah. Yummy coffee. Almost done. So we have 99 people in here. Absolute nightmares. Your last 3 girlfriends. I had a lady friend one time that had dissociative identity disorder. That means she had a split personality. Yeah. She looked like Sophia Loren. She was out there on Pluto. Miss Newman, are you okay? Miss Newman, are you okay? Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. Look at this with all that seed oil in it. French vanilla. Yummy. I'll have to take this off. There's all this metal stuff on it. Take this part off. I don't want to drop my creamer and wreck my peacoat. La 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 la. Wow, that looks awfully creamy. I like the French vanilla. Looks awfully creamy. 7:47. It's almost time for me to go. People are beautiful. Thanks for coming in tonight to at Hollywoodland. At Hollywoodland21. Please hit the subscribe button. I think it's right up here. And let's get us to 5,000 subscribers by September the 1st of 2026. Not in 2027, 2026. True, 444. Hi, do you live alone or with Miss Newman? I live with Miss Newman. Do a kickflip. I don't think so. Double tap your screen. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Wait a minute. Do you do that? I'm not, I think that, isn't that like a TikTok thing? Oh, I guess you could do that on YouTube too. I don't have this set up for monetization right now. It's not, I don't really need your money. I don't. I have a Cash App and I give people money when they need it. Keep your mace on you. Yeah, well, I don't really need mace on me, but this fist right here and my hands and my feet are something that work with the asphalt when people, there are guys that are stupid enough to try to put their fucking hands on me. They don't understand that the asphalt is my best friend. It works with me. I've had guys try stupid guys are drunk and stuff. You can't really like be. It's stupid to get into fights. It really is. But sometimes when you're a young guy or even a middle-aged guy like me, as some guy wants to start shit with you at the bus stop or a train platform, or out in the parking lot of a grocery store when you're minding your own business, and he's aggressively panhandling you, and he's being rude and everything. Usually an LA guy or something like that. Not the nice people of Kansas and Nebraska. They have nice homeless out there. But out in California, you have some very aggressive homeless people, and I've had to deal with a few. Yeah. I had a guy pull a knife on me. I took his knife away. Better use it. Are you going to pull those pistols, or are you going to just sit there and keep whistling Dixie? What movie was that from? I'll give you a hint. Clint Eastwood was in it. Come on. What, in an argument? Like a verbal argument with Miss Newman? It's like this. Cancerian and a Taurus. Tauruses are very stubborn. My sun sign is Cancer. My rising sign is Sagittarius. That's why I always have to be the center of attention. But not always. I mean, just when I'm on social media. I get off on it. Yeah, I mean, we're not like this physically. I'm saying that Miss Newman and I get into these disagreements about things, very, very serious disagreements about things, about how we look at things. And, when a woman gets, when they start getting like over 40 or something, they're different. They start talking back. They start saying things like, they just let you have it. You're like, what? Sometimes, here's the thing. Women are going to bitch, okay? You have to let them just talk and don't say anything. Just go, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just nod. They don't want retort. They just want you to listen to their hard day that they had and how they messed up the turkey dinner that they were going to make for you and everything like that. You just have to nod. And then they'll hug you or something like that. If they start bitching really hard, then walk around the block and, let it out. Don't do anything stupid. Let women be women. They're emotional. Even the most smartest, highest IQ, logical women, they have that estrogen in them. Just let them be women. It's what you're supposed to do as a man. Can I date your son, sir? No, you cannot, because he's already married. Older women will tell you what they think, but all women can be confusing. Women can be very ambiguous when they talk. Really smart women. First of all, a lot of it's social media. If you're talking to a woman on social media, and let's say you're a single guy and you're talking to some chick on social media you like or something like that, you're trying to do some crazy ass shit, like you're trying to court her on social media. I've seen guys successfully do this and actually score. Okay, it doesn't really happen all the time, but on social media, people have to be, the communication is limited. You can't really get to know somebody as well as you want to, unless you make a telephone call or if you meet somebody in person. Even if you split the screen and you can talk with somebody, either a man or a woman, just for a friendship, to develop a friendship on social media, that can be done. But it's better if the person pulls you up on the other side of the screen and you can have a direct talk with them on the screen. And a lot of things you don't want to talk with someone if you're friends with them, or if you're interested in them romantically, like if you're a single guy or something like that. If you're interested in them that way, you really don't want to be talking on social media like that, on TikTok or YouTube or any other social media platform. You want to just talk on the telephone or something like that, or meet them in person. or perhaps in the direct messages somehow. Yeah, when women get to be over 40, they they're different. You can't run game on them or anything. You can't do all that. Telling them this and telling them that. They know what you're up to. They're seasoned by then. Been around. More experience, yes. Definitely more experience. Some of the most popular women on social media are somewhere in between the ages of 40 and 60, and that age range, peaking at like around 49 to 50, something like that. And they're the ones that are exceptionally good looking. They're going to be good looking until they're 90. Okay, they have very handsome features. They're very, very attractive women. They're like 8s and 9s and stuff on the looks department, in the look scale, and they're doing very well on TikTok and YouTube. They get a lot of gifts. If they go about it right, if they go on all the time and stuff like that, and they're making a lot of money. And the interesting thing is a lot of men that are in between maybe 40 to even older than 60 are doing well on social media. A lot of the older millennials and Generation X are doing well. And some of the younger baby boomers are doing very well on social media. As far as having like in real life streaming channels like this one, they're giving out a lot of advice to younger men, to younger women, or they're just women that are fabulously good looking and stuff like that. These guys are just showering them with gifts and stuff like that. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of the younger people aren't really doing as well on these channels. You'd think they would be, right? Unique look and great voice. Thank you. I don't wear eyeliner or guideliner. This is me. Now, there's something called Elizabeth Taylor eyes. I do not have that. Elizabeth Taylor eyes are where they're all purple. My eyes might appear to be like with this purple shirt. They appear to be purple or something, but they are not. I have blue eyes, but I have a purple ring around the edge of my eye. Now, Elizabeth Taylor had purple eyes all the way through. Yes. It's actually a defect. It's a defect of the eye. I'm not sure if it's medically like a big problem. You think this guy is a player? What makes you think that? Do I have player energy? Your mother looked like Elizabeth Taylor. Really? Did she have like those, like the purple, like the whole eye was purple? My eyes are purple on a ring around the blue, as you can see. It's like, I guess, what is it? There's a purple ring around my eyes. I have my grandmother's eyes, but I do not have Elizabeth Taylor eyes. No. Elizabeth Taylor had purple eyes. I looked at them again. I was like, even when she's younger and older, I said, wow, that's a really beautiful woman. She had beautiful eyes. I was like, what causes purple eyes? And I looked it up. It's some kind of long Latin word for some type of a disorder. It's a opticians know about it. It's very rare, actually. And you can see and everything. No, I never worked in the entertainment business. I was a salesman. I did construction work for a little bit, but I was a waiter, bartender, worked in the restaurant, hotel, and tourism related services for a while. I worked in the nightclub business. I worked in retail management, and I also was in direct sales. for a long time. I did construction labor one time. I got calluses on my hands. It was good for me. At 90, that's a good long life. I think that green eyes are the, is that true that green eyes are the most rare eye color? Or is maybe there's something rarer than that? Do people have yellow eyes like a cat? I don't know. Like gold or yellow eyes. Is that like some kind of a eye color pigmentation deformity or something? I know that green eyes are very, very rare actually. Mostly in Ireland. What's important is that I can see. As a matter of fact, I need to go to an optometrist and make sure that at my age that I'm okay. I see better when I drink caffeine. You know that? I do. I really do. 1 hour and 36 minutes. At Hollywoodland21, I need you to hit, I need everybody here. Yeah. Purple hair and green eyes. That's a good combination. I like that. Amber Turner. Amber Turner, thanks for coming in. Mick Vage, do you feel fulfilled about your current place in society? Yes, I do. What is my place? I don't know. I'm an American citizen. Not rare. If you have red eyes, you don't sleep for 2 days. Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to do a Trump dance now. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you. Got to do it live, an hour late. Oh, you're doing, okay. You live stream? Let me look at the name. At CD Burlock aka Fact Checker. Gerald says, at Hollywoodland21. Yes. Coffee takes the eye fog away. Okay, I understand that. Hello from Las Vegas. I've been to Las Vegas many times, even on Boulder Highway. At a cheap motel. I'm going to check your channel out. CD Burlock, aka Fact Checker. Speaks of wisdom. Do not smoke cigarettes. They're bad for your health. I already like the stream, so now you have me to do me a little dance, Mick Jagger. A little dance? Well, I don't follow directives. Well, you can talk about whatever you want here, just as long as there's no anti-Semitism, no racial bigotry, no talking nasty about women or children, and no character assassination. For all those things, you'll be blocked forever. But you can talk about anything you want. You can talk about politics, religion. You can talk about Iran or whatever, dude. You could talk about all that stuff. You can talk about Trump. You can talk about all that stuff. Okay, but you can't spam. You're spamming. You're spamming. So you're going to get a timeout for spamming for 5 minutes. I don't mind you. If you like Trump, fine. You can put something about Trump. I don't care. Or Obama, or an ex-president, or a guy that's running for president, or a woman that's running for president. But just don't spam. Am I an artist? I'm a sales artist. I might not be trying to sell anything to you right now. I will put my Cash App and Venmo and PayPal information either up on the screen if that's what YouTube allows me to do, or I'll put it on my main page, one or the other. If that's how YouTube makes you do it. I don't know if you can put it on your screen like TikTok lets you do. When I get to 5,000 subscribers, that's why I need you to press the subscribe button and tell all your friends. Type in at Hollywoodland21. That's at Hollywoodland21. And hit the subscribe button. We're going to just stay right here until everybody subscribes to at Hollywoodland21, because we're going to have a lot of fun when I get to 5,000 subscribers. This channel is going to start flying. We're going to get to 100,000 subscribers in no time. Once I get to 5,000, this is going to blow up fast, real fast. I'm telling you, quick, quick, quick. We need to get to that hump, that 5,000 subscriber hump that I need us to get to. The speed, the accuracy of my glasses coming on and off. Let's get him up to 5,000 at Gerald 532009. See, I can see without my glasses. I don't need. These are Miss Newman's glasses. I had my own wireframe ones at one point. Just hit it. Just hit it. Tap that ass. Nick Jagger. Hollywoodland at Hollywoodland21. Wake up, people. No sitting on the fence this time around. America, it's time to pick sides. Did you ever get the feeling that you're being watched? I do, all the time. But you need your glass of Jack Daniels, don't you? You're either a Jack Daniels man or a Jim Beam man, one or the other. Or you're a Mexican and you like tequila. You look like an 80s Hollywood actor. Well, you're going to see a lot of actors that look like me the next 5 years. A whole bunch of prototypes. Thank you for the compliment. I need subscribers, please. Thank you and welcome. It's free to subscribe to my channel. I subscribe back to you. When you subscribe to me, I subscribe back to you. Did you know that? Give me some time. I have to go through them. When they put them up and get ready for me to subscribe, I subscribe to them. And I watch other people's channels too on YouTube. I have like 2,300 and something and change, something like that, of subscribers currently. And my goal by September the 1st of 2026 is, some of you guys know what it is? No, I'm not your dad. My goal by September 1st of 2026 this year is 5,000 subscribers by September 1st. A scary story? Do you want me to hear it? Do you want to hear a scary story? I had to save a guy's life one time because two people that were druggies were trying to throw him out of a window. And I got involved in the middle of it. And I stopped and I grabbed the guy and I pulled him out of a hotel room that was about 10 stories tall. They were trying, yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I grabbed this guy, I punched one guy, and then I had to grab the other guy and I had to open up the door, unlock the door, and get him out of there, get him into the hallway. When I was partying with some people that I didn't really know that well, they were crazy. That's a bad story. That's a crazy story. That happened in Los Angeles. Save that guy's life. Kojak, TPB, 10K. I need to get to 10K. I really need to get to 10K by October the 1st of 2026. Yes, I do. You know, it is cold in this air conditioning. You know, it's the middle of summer, and you got me in here in a navy pea coat, right? Say, check this out. I'm in a navy pea coat, right? Because it's that cold in this apartment that I leased. It's ridiculous. How could it be this cold up on the 3rd story? They have some really good air conditioning in here. Air conditioning, invented by Mr. Carrier. Sniffling Jackal, 3459. Yes, these are the clothes that I'm going to. 5,000 subscribers. Let's get us up to 5,000. Let's do it right now. Come on, let's go. At Barbie Blue 336. We all need good dentists as we get older. Could predict dementia. Today is the 15th. September 1st is not far away. That's right. It's 15 days away from now, or 14 days away from now. And I need to get to 5,000 subscribers. This is very serious, because when I get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to monetize this channel, which I'm going to ask YouTube if I can monetize the channel. Now, they may not let me partner with them. I may have to get to 10,000. I'm not sure. But at 5,000 subscribers, I will put Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal for you to donate to this channel. I will. I'm thinking about, when I get to another state, up to Missouri, of starting up a TikTok channel. Yes. I'm probably going to do it. I might also have a Twitch channel. I'm not sure. We're going to see what happens. I know I'm getting a Patreon channel. Next song recommendation. I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know that song. What's my favorite song? Reckless Life by Hollywood Rose. That's the band that Axl Rose was in before, when he was a singer for Hollywood Rose, before they formed Guns N' Roses. There was LA Guns and Hollywood Roses, and those guys kept changing bands and stuff, and they ended up with whatever guys were in each band. But Hollywood Rose, back in like the early 80s or something, when Axl was really wild, you should hear the way he used to sing, stuff like that. There's a song called Reckless Life that he sings. You should check it out. Look up Hollywood Rose on social media or on the internet. I think there's some videotape of him. I don't know if he's looks like in a warehouse in Canoga Park or Van Nuys or something like that. He's in some kind of a warehouse, and they're doing like a video, like a real low cost video and stuff like that. It's so interesting to watch these guys when they're like really young, when like 19 or 20 years old, doing these videos and stuff, swinging their hair all around, stuff like that. I love watching stuff like that. That's awesome. The story. Yeah, I did. I saved that guy from, they were going to do that. That's a real story. I'm not going to tell you what year it happened, what city it happened. Well, it happened in Los Angeles. And I grabbed and I punched one guy in the face, and the other guy backed off, and I grabbed this guy and took him out into the hallway, and I got him on down the hallway and got him out of there. We never went back there again. I know what hotel it was. It was one of those old beat up hotels on Los Angeles Street on the borderline of Skid Row. That's when I had I was into partying a lot, and doing stuff like that. I was a young guy, man. I was like 20. No, what I was like, maybe I was younger than that. Maybe I was like 33 years old, 34 years old when I did that. And that was a real bad day. That was a really bad day. I outran the cops in North Carolina once. You did? Wow. Retro 8 guy, Sacramento, 33. Are you in Sacramento now? Or North Carolina? I'm in North Carolina. Peacoats are badass. Thank you. The Eagles, yeah. I like that song. I really like that song a lot. I'm not making shit up. You're gone. Fuck you, bitch. I'm making shit up. That guy was not going to live. Those guys were insane. Two big dudes, like bigger than me, were trying to throw a guy out of a window. I saw that stuff at a little cook party with a couple of losers that were living in a pay by the week hotel on Los Angeles Street, on the bad part of downtown Los Angeles. I don't go down there anymore. They got some real monsters down there. Got some of the biggest dregs of society that live down there. You don't want to know those people, and you don't want to go in that bar down there. What's it called? I forget what it's called. It's down at the bottom of this building. This was a long time ago. Things used to be different. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Get the fuck out of here. Just get the fuck out of here. You don't even know me. Get the fuck out of here. Goodbye. I never played the movie. I was a salesman. Sniffling Jackal 3459. Yeah, I can see that happening in an LA drug scene. Yeah. There was a window that went to the inside. The building had like a, it was like a square with an opening in the middle. And they used to call it flight, the druggies and the losers down there called it flight lessons. To people, like when they were partying with somebody, and they refused to get, and then they found out they were in a situation with two people that were going to try to make them go back down to the ATM machine and get more money out of them, stuff like that. The guy didn't want to party with them anymore. They throw them out of windows. That's sick. These are like the lowest level kind of addicts you'd ever in the entire nation live in places like Skid Row and near Skid Row and the older hotels in Los Angeles and certain places in Philadelphia, New York, and stuff like that. You don't want to get involved with dangerous controlled substances and hanging around with lowlifes in places like that. That live in places that are more poor than the ghetto. You don't want to live in. You don't want to hang out with people like that. You got some people that are real monsters. Not all drug addicts are like that. I'm just saying you got some real lowlifes. Like bad men are much more dangerous than bad women. I was like, you know, I partied with other people, but I mostly with a little higher class people. But I went to some places that I should not have been. As a Skid Row area or near that, and downtown Los Angeles is not a place you want to meet people to party with. Okay, I would recommend being clean and sober like me for 19 years. Try to get to 19 years like me. Love from India. I love people from India. Yes, stay away from that shit, kids. Like I know Washington. You lived in Washington, D.C. or Washington State. I've been both places. Washington State and Seattle. Seattle has some crummy areas like that. I guess near the International District. No, where is it? Like, I don't know. Seattle's not that rough. They got some places in Seattle that are kind of seedy. Some crappy motels like First Hill and down in Capitol Hill's okay, but you know what I'm talking about. Like down there in Pioneer Square and International District, they got some cheap motels around there. I mean, if you're gonna party, I mean, if you're gonna go down to that low level of kind of a place, you better watch your back, man. Those people are about robbing people. They're not about having a good time. Okay, Matt Air Force. I used to live on 5th and Los Angeles. Damn, you live down at 5th in Los Angeles? Well, you know, the Graham bus station used to be a long time ago, was on Main. And I came into Main and 6th, East 6th Street. That was when I took the Graham bus across country when I was like 18 or almost 19. And that's where I came in. And I remember 5th and Main. 5th and Main was you could walk to the, what's that bar? You know that bar at the bottom it's called the King Edward. Remember that one? The King Edward Saloon or something like that. Remember that place? Matt Air Force, King Edward Saloon. I don't know. My eyebrows are just, I don't know. I'm not 37. I'm over 45 years old. I don't know. I don't wear makeup or any of that stuff. Terry 444. I look so familiar. Where do you know me from? Do you know me from Cherry Hill, New Jersey? Do you know me from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? Do you know me from Hollywood, California, which is a neighborhood in the Los Angeles basin? Do you know me from the San Fernando Valley? That's northern Los Angeles, North Hollywood, Van Nuys, Encino, Tarzana, Chatsworth. Where do you know me from? Must know me from somewhere at Terry444. Yeah, I've been down. I went down there for like a short stint of my, at the very end of my addiction issues and stuff like that. I was down there like maybe around 35 years old or something like that. I stopped when I was like 37. Stopped doing that stuff. And that was about maybe about 6 months before I completely stopped. Because I started to go into places I would normally not go. Like I wouldn't go downtown and hang out with those guys. Those crappy hotels and stuff like that. It's really bad down there. I mean, you get stabbed in a bar down there. It's seriously downtown LA in the like the what do you call them? What kind of bars are those called? Those are not chicken bars. They're called damn brain fog. What's it called? They're called dive bars. You go to dive bars in downtown Los Angeles. It's different from a dive bar in Hollywood. A dive bar in Hollywood is just a dive bar in Hollywood. A dive bar in downtown LA or South Central is a place that you can get stabbed in the bar for real or shot. You don't want that happening to you. You get robbed right outside of there. Yeah, I'm glad you got off alcohol. Digger Wards 5187. Work on the marijuana, getting off of that. See how the rain capital of the world. Laugh out loud. I know I used to. It's that drizzly rain. It's like London or Ireland. It's like a drizzly rain. It's not hard, but you have to have like a raincoat, like a London fog. And some guys used to wear those rain hats out there. Remember that? I lived in the Seattle area. I lived in Bellevue, outside on the other side of the floating bridge off of Northeast A Street. I went to the East Side Alano Club AA Hall to try to get off alcohol. They helped me. I got about 11 months clean up there when I was a real young guy. But I left there when I was 31 years old, and I went back down to LA. It was real hard. I tried many times to get sober. People name about 15 different actors that you look like. Good for sales. I know I look like a conglomeration of about 10 or 15 different male actors been on television since the 70s. It's really weird. But I think I look like Randall. New York and Florida has shitty drug scenes too. I know. You know what? Like in New York City, Philadelphia, down there in Florida, especially down like South Florida and stuff like that. You don't want to, even if you're a partier, you don't want to party with the wrong people. Not garbage people. I mean garbage people. I mean people that have been in and out of the prison system. They'll attack you. They'll try to rob you with a gun or a knife or somebody. You don't just hang out with people you don't know that live in motels. Okay? Especially in the bigger cities. Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, Los Angeles. Even if you're in the middle of your addiction, don't go down there. I think there's one actor that's very famous that we know that used to go downtown and hang out with those people, but he knew jiu-jitsu. I wouldn't recommend it. He ended up going to prison too, but he's sober now. I'm not going to mention what his name is. He'll let you know. I'm very proud of him. He's an actor about a little bit older than me, and he got clean and sober. He was on the Howard Stern show, and Howard Stern asked him, he said, how come you were doing all that quack and all that stuff like that? What was that all about? And he had a very simple answer. It was something to the effect of, well, I used to be a very, very selfish person. And I was like, that is such a rigorously honest answer. And the guy's clean and sober. Isn't that great? That's kick-ass. I like that. Good for him. And he's still funny. He does movies still. But I'm not going to tell you what his name is. You guys probably know. Hanging out with lowlifes. Yeah. He passed away too early, I think. This channel is about whatever you want to talk about. Except just no anti-Semitism, no racial bigotry, no talking nasty about women and children, and no character assassination of myself or anyone else in the chat. That's all. You could talk about whatever else you want. Talk about Iran. You want to talk about Iran again? The used guys want to talk. That's how they talk in Philadelphia. Used guys. Instead of y'all, they say used guys. In the Midwest, what do they say? You guys. I don't know. Rory Calhoun. Matt Air Force says, Randall, your eyes resemble cowboy actor Rory Calhoun. Did you know that I know somebody on there's somebody that I watch on TikTok that has she has almost exactly the same eyes that I have. She's not a doppelganger, but she has the same color. She has almost the exact same color eyes as me, just about. It kind of took me by surprise. I don't know. Just bad teeth genes. I gotta get implants here. It costs some money, but we'll take care of it. No, the glasses are not 3D. Would you like them to be? You know what it's time for? It's time for me to make something to drink in my former bottle of Powerade Zero by the Coca-Cola Company. We're gonna make something. Right before I go, because I'm gonna go soon. Gonna make something. We're gonna make Welch's right here. See? Individual packets. I can't hang out too long. I got things to do. Got to attend to, things to attend to. I'm a busy man. You know, this is the last month that, you know, at a certain time, I'm gonna have, things are gonna get real busy. When you're relocating somewhere, you're doing administrative work, going to offices, it's just packing, moving. I'm going to use pods. I'm not using a Mayflower. I don't have enough stuff. I'll just put things in a company called Pods. You know what it is, right? Pods. I'm going to use the Pods moving company, and just throw everything in there. And just, we may decide to take the Amtrak train. I don't want to fly. I want to take a train. I haven't taken a train. I've never taken a train anywhere. Well, I took a train in between Philadelphia and New York a few times, a commuter train, but not like an Amtrak train. I'll try an Amtrak train. Okay, now I made something to drink. Isn't that wonderful? Well, guess what? It's time for me to go. I'm going to put this stuff up. Time to clean it up. I will see you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, for another exciting live stream of at Hollywoodland21. That's at Hollywoodland21. Please press the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe. And I have a goal of getting to 5,000 subscribers in the next 2.5 weeks. Well, in the next 14 days. And I need all you beautiful ladies and gentlemen to help me get there. I really do. Thank you for your tax money. Keep up the good work, Princess. I support Israel also. Okay, you're going because you just said something not true about me. Implied something. New Jersey, at New Jersey, Mike 8. Thank you for subscribing. Do I know you? Where are you? South Jersey, Central Jersey, down the shore, or North Jersey? It's a small world. Later, everyone. Have a good night. Yeah, it's time for me to go. This is at Hollywoodland21. I am at Hollywoodland21. and it's free to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's free, and I'll subscribe back to you. Let's get me to 5,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. I got 2,300 and change. I'm on my way there. I can feel it. We're going to get to 5,000 subscribers. And then I'm going to monetize this channel. Okay? Is that good for you guys? Ladies and gentlemen, you're beautiful. You're all beautiful. At Hollywoodland21, one line. Just type that in and subscribe, please. Thank you. And I live stream Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. Until whenever. Sometimes it's 37 minutes, and sometimes it's 2 hours and 6 minutes and 4 seconds, or 5 seconds, or 6 seconds, or 7 seconds, like it is now. You guys are fantastic. You guys are great. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. on at Hollywoodland21. You have a beautiful evening. Lock your doors.